America Special.
Coach, you hired a new special teams coach, but not new to you. Ty Linder is a guy you've known about.
Yeah, I actually got Ty Linder about 5 years ago into the special teams business when I went to Texas Tech, and he played linebacker there and wanted to get involved more with coaching different positions. So I basically turned over the special teams to him. I sent him all over the country to visit pro teams, other college teams. I tell you, he's since been to Oklahoma State and TCU last year, so we're excited about having Ty. He brings a maturity that what we hadn't had to special teams in terms of knowing the little intricacies that we need to get better. We've got too many athletes not to do better in special teams. Kickoff return, for instance, we got all that speed. We've got to have better average with our kickoff returns. But he's got a good imagination. He thinks the same way I do on special teams. You know, use it in the right way, use it to your advantage. And we're excited about him and his wife and family being here. They're going to be great additions to our football staff, and I can already see a lot of improvement in what we're doing in special teams.
I've made the statement that I think this is the best staff you've had in the 3 years you've been here.
Well, you know, it's hard to judge. It's just like different football teams, different personalities, but I think that, you know, the strengths of what we do now of this football team in recruiting and coaching is very high. They get along well together. They communicate well, and that's huge for a staff. You know, you spend a lot of hours together out there on the field. You spend a lot of hours in the meeting room. You spend a lot of hours, you know, away from, you know, football because of families being involved. And so I'm excited about this staff. They bring a lot of enthusiasm to what we're doing. They understand what we're doing. Everybody's on the same page. And when you have that, then you got a chance to have success.
You've had a lot of effort trying to build the depth here defensively. How many men do you think you can play defensively as it stands now?
Well, I think we've got probably 7 guys right now that can play major college football at defensive end. And you can't play that many. What we're doing right now is trying to find out the best, and we might move some to other positions, but it's good to have defensive ends. They're like tight ends. They're great special teams players. You know, they can block for you, they can run down the field and cover. So we got a lot of options there. We're looking for a couple of defensive ends for next year to add to our roster, and I think it's going to be fun. I think we've really upgraded the defensive end position since we've been here, just for the depth and the athletic ability that we've got.
The linebacking crew that you have in past years, usually it's 2 guys that stay out there for pretty much the entire time, but that doesn't seem to be the plan this year.
No, I think we've got 6 guys there that's going to help this team. Now the problem is getting them all out there at the same time. Again, linebacker position is going to be a position where you'll have really a good 1 and 2 deep, but all of them got to play special teams. So it's going to help us with our depth. It's going to help us with our conditioning, being able to play different guys on special teams. But I like the communication, the camaraderie with the linebackers. They've really done a good job of helping each other with their weaknesses and talking about coverages. And when they get out there, we kind of put them in pairs. You know, we don't intermingle them. We have a first group, a second, a third, and they really work well together. And I think that's going to help us through the season.
From practice 1 until today, what's the one biggest improvement you've seen out of your group?
Well, I'd say defense. I think we're much better defensively in terms of communication, running to the ball. Now, tackling is one thing that, of course, you can't do a lot of that in camp. You do a lot of it, and you're going to end up with a lot of them in the training room, not in your meetings and practice. So we're trying to gauge that. But we've got more depth, we've got more speed. Now, is that going to pay off for us in the 12 games we're getting ready to play? We'll find out, but I think it will. I think the mentality of our players, we've got the mentality of speed, run the football, be aggressive, be stingy, you know, knowing that you're going to give up some plays, but also create a lot of turnovers.
How is Jared Evans doing at cornerback?
Jared Evans is doing good. He's down the roster, but being a senior, he's got experience. I think he's going to have a chance to play a lot for us. Again, he's on special teams. Just got to get him on the field. Hadn't ruled out yet whether he'll play a little bit of wildcat at quarterback, but right now I've just told him just concentrate everything you can on corner and special teams, and then anything after that's a bonus. But he's been a pleasant surprise. You know, his workout. He wants to play. You know, he's a guy that's been on the bench and set out most of last year because of off the field, you know, problems. You know, he's a great kid that works hard. He just wants to play his senior year of college football somewhere and make a difference for the football team. And I think he's got a chance. Is he going to be a starter? Right now, he's not a starter. Could he work his way into third and long, maybe nickel a little bit, but he's a guy that's really learning fast at corner.
Why did you decide to make that move?
He came to me. He wanted to go on the field, and he said, "Where do you think I'd work out the best?" And now, last year at one time, we didn't have 3 corners on the entire team that we felt like could play college football, and so we moved him over and worked him some there. We worked him some at safety, so he knew a lot about what we were doing on defense. So it's natural for him to come back. When he asked me, he said, "Coach, I want to play. Where do I need to go?" I said, "You need to go back on defense because you've got a head start there. It's not new for you," and he's taken to it well, working very hard.
Why was he not an option at quarterback?
Well, because he knew it. Well, missing that time, and he missed spring practice, and he's behind Hayden Moore. And I didn't want to play, a senior quarterback at second or third. We need somebody working there that's going to be with us for a few years. And he doesn't throw the ball as well as what Hayden throws. We need to be able to get it to the receivers.
Have you seen a change in his attitude or anything, or I don't know, remorse or anything he's been through?
Oh yeah, he's a lot hungry. He missed football. Always played football for the last 15 years, and having to sit out last year because of his off the field circumstances affect him a little bit. And when that happens, you find out whether you really miss it or don't miss it. Well, he really missed it. He missed the camaraderie of the team, the players, his friends, working out with weights, just being in a team concept. And it was his idea to say, "Listen, put me somewhere where I can help the team."
Thank you.
Awesome.